Hey guys, it's Juanita Delquan and shespins.com, and I've been working on doing a separate book just to get it ready, just to get it bound up. And so I've just been experimenting. I've been using, I don't have that PVA or what is glue. I've been using the AC Moore Tech glue, and it was been working just fine for me. When I can get some of that other glue for book binding, then I will. But remember, I showed you guys the FedEx and everything packages. And what I did was I already have some pre-cut paper. I had a friend, she gave me these really big sheets of Bristol paper. Where my stuff at? The chocolate pot. Milk. So my daughter, I had her take it. I had my daughter take it with her to school at the art school and cut it for me. So these are actually half a sheet of that paper. Is the sheet of that paper folded in half. From where she cut it in fours. So that can tell you it was a nice size sheet of paper. And leftover paper, I told her to distribute it among her friends and stuff. My part for the Future Artists of America. So I showed you this part already glued together. Okay, I showed you guys that, and so I used this yellow to like hold this part together. And so then I put my FedEx board on it, and the FedEx board is actually glued to the first sheet in the book as well as to the yellow backing that I showed you guys the other day. And so I left the edge long so that I can fold it over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of those. I want to crochet a cover for it, like the ones that Auntie does. So I'm thinking about crocheting a cover for it, and that way I can attach a button to the crochet and a loop, and then I can hook it on and close it that way. But I thought it came out pretty good for my first attempt at making my own little art journal. And I think I'm going to give this one to my daughter Pudding as a gift. She's my artist. I think I've put links to her stuff before, but they're on my YouTube channel, links to her DeviantArt and everything, and I'm trying to get her to get a YouTube channel so that she can start showing her work up there and do some tutorials and stuff to get more exposure. But the starving artist, first time moving out and all that good stuff, so mama gotta do what she gotta do so the child stays out the house. I'm just joking. I miss my daughter. I miss her, but I still have 3 here with me, so I'm okay. So I just went, yeah. So I wanted to show that to you guys, and this is what the other side looks like, and then the edge and everything. I'm also gonna post a link to this awesome bookbinding video that I found. Some of you guys might have already seen it, but he actually, I mean, it was amazing. And he made his own art journal with the leather cover with the what they call it, the recess embossing. I love it. I sent him a message to ask him what materials he used. Excuse me, I haven't had a reply yet, so I'm like gonna see how much he charges to make those, because I would love to have one with my name on it like that. Alright, so on to my knitting. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys my progress so far with my cowl, and I still have quite amount of yarn left. So crochet uses 1/3 more materials than knitting does. So if you knit and crochet and you have a project that you're iffy about the how much yardage you got, then try to find a knitting pattern that's very similar to the crochet pattern you're interested in. Or you could do a mix and match. You could go ahead and crochet with the yarn and find a complementary yarn to do the trim and stuff with. But this is how much I have done so far. And see the pattern is starting to, I should have did it when I was at the end of a row to make it easier. Move that, slide it back. I don't want it coming loose. But you can see the pattern is starting to become more visible with this. So that's how far I've got with that. Haven't done any more work yet on my hat. I'm trying to finish it up this weekend. So, and my husband is driving around with 3 packages in the back of his truck. He never made it to the post office on his day off. So I'm gonna have to crack that whip. Let's see. Hope you guys enjoyed the video I did of me drawing my girl Jen, also known as Rose Elizabeth, here on YouTube. Drawing, like I said, like I tell people all the time, just like with my spinning, it's something that's learned. It's some people are they learn it easier than others, just like other things. But drawing is something is give and take, is push and pull, is yin and yang, and it's practice and it's imagination. It doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. If you saw that drawing, you saw how I struggled with the nose, because that's one of my weaknesses that I got to study up on and learn how to do better. But in the end, I found something that I wasn't perfectly happy with it, but it worked with the drawing, and so I left it alone. I didn't want to overwork the drawing because I wanted to have, because I realized that I was making it lifelike, so that's why I erased the eyes out and the nose out again, so that I could give it the big manga style eyes, to bring it out. And then the hair is different in the drawing than it is in the actual photo. I mean, she had some hair that was escaping. She had some that she had tucked behind her ear, if you watch the video. And but I wanted it to soften her features, so I wisped it a little bit around. And then I used, remember I told you to keep some kitchen skewers handy? This is one of those little tasty spoons you get from like Cold Stone and other ice cream places. So I save it, and what I do is when I just want to put like it's a little teeny bit of color on something, like when I do the highlights on the eyes, I can take and I can put my paint in there, and it's not gonna drip or move around. And then I can just dip the end, whichever end I want to use. Like if I want to do a circular highlight for like the eyes, then I can just use this end. And if I want to use a more irregular highlight, like the triangle thing, then I use the pointy end and I pick up some paint and I use it to paint. So these come in handy. So keep some by your desk. I'm telling you, you will find uses for it. And they are also good for poking holes and stuff. They're pretty sharp on the end. So if you had, I don't have any. Alright. This is the side that I drew on messed up. So I'm going to guess over this and figure out something to do with it. But if I wanted to poke a hole, I probably could with this. Yep. So it's a thicker cardboard, and it pokes a hole in there just fine. So you also use it to poke some holes and stuff in case you have small kids. Sometimes they might not think about picking up the wooden thing if there's something shiny like a knife or a pair of scissors. They might not think about this, especially if you have it like this with the sharp side down inside your container or whatever. They might think that both sides are like that, and they won't be tempted to pull it out to see. So that's something that you can have. But in case you do have a lot of small kids around, you still should keep it up out of their reach, okay? Just to be on the safe side, all right? Because we only get one set of eyes, okay? All right. So I'm still working on that yarn that I'm spinning. I'll take this with me to work, so if I don't feel like knitting, I can spin. So I'll let you guys see how much of it I've spun so far. Okay. So this is getting pretty full. If you can see, I'll hold it upside down. You can see about how much room I have left on this spindle. So it's almost at the point where I'm going to have to pick up another spindle to use to finish it. because as your spindle gets heavier, it changes the tension on your yarn. So if you're spinning a finer yarn, that tension actually pulls your yarn apart faster than you can spin it. So that's why, you know, it's always good to keep extra spindles if you are able to do that around, or keep make your some type of bobbin that you can use to wind that, to slide that off onto. Here, let me get that, because I have sprayed it to set the so I can show you guys, because you don't really get a good picture of the whole thing, because I sprayed it with fixative. I'll spray them with fixative to set the colors on them so that they don't bleed over. Okay, so and all right, so I'm gonna let you guys see, so you can see the full effect. There we go. Now the necklace I messed up on, but I don't care. I'm gonna leave it alone. And she actually had on a red shirt in the video, but I like the blue because the blue looks good on her. You should wear blue more often. So I like the blue with her, and plus it complemented the makeup thing I did. So I enjoyed this. It was fun. My husband was like, "Do you know what time it is?" And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, he's like, "It's 10 o'clock. You've been in there drawing since you got home." But I was having fun. I was having so much fun. So, and I also came up with an idea. Okay? Remember how I did it? So it's like 3 corners. And it sits up like that. So, thank you, my son. You're so beautiful. You're such a cute boy. Mama's baby. I salute you. My big butt boy. Okay. So I'm going to turn one of these into some kind of a stamp. I want to use one of these more alpaca as a stamp. So I'm thinking about that, but I like looking at them like that, so I don't want to mess them up either. Even though I could get some more. But yeah. So that's it. And the music that I originally had to go with that video, you know how they do that message, saying and this copyright content, blah 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 blah. I'm like, well, obviously y'all know what the song is. How come it ain't on y'all list so I can use it? Because it sounded a lot better. Because I was actually listening to this song while I was drawing. There's a couple of songs that, like, when I'm writing, when I'm like really into writing something, I'm actually listening to The Rottweiler by Redman and Method Man. There's something about that song that it gets my writing creative juices flowing. And so this other song I was listening to, I was jamming to, not the one that's on the video, but a different one. I was jamming to that one while I was drawing Rose Elizabeth. So sometimes certain music will trigger you to draw and create, and you need to remember those songs, because a lot of times it might be like the beat or the cadence or something of it, and it might be what is actually triggering your creativeness, is that beat or cadence. It somehow is activating those areas of your brain. Alright, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I have another target I need to get a screenshot of and get started for my drawing for the day. Tomorrow, if you're in this area of Virginia, Norfolk, the Tidewater area, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, and all that good stuff, there is a little Comic-Con they have every year over at the Chesapeake Library. It's been going on for like 10 years now. So there are a lot of artists are going to be there who are local to this area. And some of them work and have worked for some of the big companies. So it's always a good thing to show up at. And it's a lot of fun just getting to see all the people showing up in their favorite characters, costumes from Star Wars, Star Trek, Deep Space, you name it, is there. Babylon 5, all kind of creatures, critters from the comic books, anime, mangas. It's a lot of fun. The other activity that's going on this weekend that you guys might be interested in is there is a contest every year held on the boardwalk in Virginia Beach. It's called the walk. What is it? Explosion or something like that. But I got links at shespins.com about the contest. And I think I also posted on my I'll put a link on this video in the description box. And I think I also posted on my Facebook, I posted on my website, and I posted on my G+. So if you guys are gonna be in this area and you want to go have some fun, it's always fun. It's gonna be hot, so plan for it. Make sure you take an umbrella or wear a hat and wear light, thin clothing, plenty of sunscreen, really strong sunscreen. And because you're going to be working on cement, and that heat's just going to be coming back up in your face, and have plenty of water and frozen water. I would take a 2-liter bottle and a couple of 2-liter bottles with me and fill them up with water in a cooler, and that way they can be slowly melting, and you'll have water throughout the day as you need it. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We've been doing it ever since we moved here to Virginia. My daughter, who is the artist, she's been in it. She hasn't won yet. All the tattoo artists keep winning everything. But you never know. Maybe one year they'll be bored with winning and they won't do it again. And it's a lot of times it's the same guy. This guy with a tattoo shop in Suffolk, he wins all the time. And it's like, okay, when does somebody else get to win? The kids are the ones that really get to have fun because, the professionals and the so-called amateurs can't be in the kids category unless they're a child, and there's some really good kids out there too, but it keeps those guys like the tattoo artists from just racking up all 3 divisions. But it's always a lot of fun regardless, and you get to have fun. People stop and talking and stuff. I actually met one of my friends who I knit with now, Beatrice, and her husband Viviano, at the last Chalk the Walk. They had stopped and were admiring my husband Sugar Hill. He did a Sugar Hill Gang logo from back in the day. The hip, what is it, hip hop here? Did he? No, that ain't it. What was it? Yeah, that's it. He did the Sugar Hill Gang logo, Rapper's Delight. And my daughter, she did a Michael Jackson. And if you're on my Facebook, you can see the pictures on my Facebook pictures. And if you go to shespins.com, I think I posted those 2 pictures advertising the actual event. So, yeah. What was I doing while they were drawing, you say? I had taken my real big umbrella and rigged it to my chair with duct tape. And I was sitting there guarding the cooler, spinning on my spinning wheel. So that's what I do while they're drawing in that hot sun. I am sitting there trying to protect my skin, and I'm on my spinning wheel spinning. So yeah. So if you come out there, I'll be there spinning. That's if we go. If it's gonna be too hot, cause if it's supposed to be over 100 without the heat index, then I'm sorry, I'm not gonna risk my family getting heat stroke just to draw on some. We'll be going to the library first. Then I have my class tomorrow anyway. So by the time I finish class, it's gonna be noon. The event lasts from 10 to 5. So by the time I finish class, it's gonna be hot. So we might just skip it this year anyway and go straight to the library, because the library is a brand spanking new library. It's a beautiful library, and it's air conditioned, and I don't have to worry about my family being out there in the hot sun. I think a lot of people are probably going to skip the boardwalk this year, and because this heat is a crazy oppressive heat, and the storm clouds are starting to form over my area, but the wind is hot. And it's pushing them down towards North Carolina faster. So North Carolina's been getting all the rain, the high winds, the bad storms, and we've been stuck with just this hot heat. It's almost like right before a hurricane comes. If those of us who have to deal with hurricanes, I'm from North Carolina. I've been dealing with them all my life. And so everywhere we went, it was like people were freaking out. Oh, there's gonna be a hurricane. And I'm like, whatever, Make sure you have plenty of water, candles, batteries. in a safe environment, and board games and coloring books and crayons for the kids. Lots of yarn for me, so I could crochet. You know, extra food and water for the animals just in case. So I'm used to the rigmarole of bad weather. So let me see. Weather.gov. They changed their website, trying to get all fancy on me. So we're in the red with the heat index. Heat advisory. Okay. I used to be able to click on this. Oh, there it goes. So I used to be able to click on that map. We have a 20% chance of rain tonight. We ain't getting no rain. North Carolina getting the rain. Yep. Yep, North Carolina getting pounded. And it's like, sad. Anyway, that's what's going on. There is an artist up here. His name is Thad Taylor Art. That's his YouTube channel. I'll put a link down there. But if you are already on my watching this video from my YouTube channel page, then on the right hand side you'll see, actually it's down at the bottom because I changed my page. So on the bottom you'll see some of my favorite channels, and his is there, and just click on it, go to his site. He needs like 5 or 6 more viewers, more subscribers, and he'll have 1,000 subscribers. And when he gets his 1,000 subscribers, he's gonna dance for us, and it's gonna be righteous. But he's also a very good surrealist artist. He loves trees, clouds, just dramatic kind of backdrops. I really like his work. It gives me ideas for stories, actually, just looking at his work. And so, you know, go check his channel out. He does tips on cleaning your brushes and stuff like that. Just a lot of fun watching him draw. He and several other artists on YouTube, Kazanjian, who does the you know, tutorials like step 1, draw a circle shape, step 2, you know. And then you also have Josh Waddy 16. You have it starts with a K, not Kazanjian, but what's the other child's name? Tyler's Art Shack. And then there's another guy. Let me see if I can find his name for you. His name's a little strange, so hold up a minute for me. I'll go to my subscriptions. They should let you categorize your subscriptions as well, so I can keep all my World of Warcraft friends subscriptions in one place. You know what I'm saying? Keep all my cartooning anime friends in one place. My pastel. It will make it a lot easier. It starts with an S. Hold up. I think it starts with an S. Let me see. Yeah. His Sycra. S-Y-C-R-A. He has some awesome videos. So you should go and check him out too and subscribe, because he has some awesome freaking videos. Of course, Mark Crilly, Cartoon Block. Awesome videos. Genevieve, I love her show. Thank you, Poetic Spice, for turning me on to her. I love her. I've been like over there just looking at a bunch of her stuff. I just like listening to her talk while she's showing you stuff, and she makes it look so freaking easy. Of course, Andy's shop YouTube page. Go check that out. Check out her shop too. I think she has her Etsy, and she does the book covers and stuff. So it's just a lot of talented people on YouTube who are getting a short shrift, because YouTube hasn't created a way for the artist community to categorize themselves more appropriately for organization purposes, and for the viewers' ease for finding stuff. You know, viewers shouldn't have to look on the blogs to find crocheters. They shouldn't have to look on the blogs to find, you know what I'm saying, unless you're, can't talk anymore, specifically using this as a vlog of your daily life, then that's different. But, you know, I shouldn't have to go up on the beauty supplies to find a review that an artist did on particular paints for, you know, coloring and stuff. That's just how I feel about that. I don't know how you feel about it. But if you feel as strongly about it as I do, then also on my channel, and I'll put a link in the box. On the right hand side, you'll see a link to the petition at change.org. We need more people to sign that so we can try and show YouTube that the numbers are there. And we need to be one voice so that they see, hey, it will be good to change this, because what's going to happen is people are going to get tired of not being able to do this, and they're going to leave. They're going to go to Vimeo, where you do have artist categories, and they are already building a strong artist community because they do have artist videos. Why should I stay here regardless of the fact that you have the pay feature when I can go somewhere else and get more viewers and views? We're going to go to my website and go to my Etsy or whatever and purchase my product straight from Vimeo. You're making more money. It's instant, customer satisfaction right there. Boom, I really like this stuff. Boom, straight to the website, because they have that organization factor there. I could type in crochet baby blanket and it takes me to crochet, you know what I'm saying, from there. Whereas here, you can type in crochet baby blanket, you might get some tutorials of crocheting baby blankets, you might get some tutorials of putting on makeup, you might get some tutorials of automotive stuff. It's just lacks in their ability to organize. So yeah, so support that. Look into it. At least start thinking about it and start bringing that conversation into other conversation with other people who might be interested. And one voice raised up with millions of people singing will get YouTube's attention. Okay, so that's it for me for today. Other than doing the drawing for the night, I haven't picked my victim yet, so I'm gonna keep looking through my friends' videos until I find my next victim. Y'all take care.